Hey, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this seventh video of web development screencast series for beginners. So till now, we have learned HTML. We learned a bit of CSS. I'll not say the entire CSS, but a bit of CSS. And frankly saying, guys, CSS is not something that you need very professional training for that. It's pretty easy and also when I started learning development, I never read any like even a single tutorial on css. I only start using this firebug, and whenever I like to, like, I used to like any colors or any logos, I just see how they made it, and then I used to learn that way. So you can use the firebug too, but the important part is the PHP, a server-side programming language. That is something that you guys really need to understand, that you guys really need to focus. First, the HTML and CSS is already understandable by the browsers, because these browsers, whether it's Firefox, it's Google Chrome, it's IE or Opera, Safari, all of these have already installed HTML and CSS in them. So these browsers give support to your codes. Whatever code you write, these browsers understand them, and then they throw it on a web page, and then make it very pretty in a right format, the way you want it. But the same is not the case with PHP. The browser does not understand even a single code of PHP if you don't have PHP languages installed on your servers. I do understand, guys, you are very new, so it might be going over your head. What are servers? From where I'll get PHP on all that? Don't worry about it. Let me tell you what all we need. First, we need PHP. That is our programming language, a server-side language, a backend language. Then we need a server. We have a lot of servers, but the open source and the compatible server and the one you will find around the world have been used with PHP is Apache. So you guys can see out here, it's Apache server, and the MySQL or MySQL, whatever you guys want to call it, is our database. Database is something to store your user informations. So you guys go to Twitter, you go to Facebook, you log in. Their people save your information once you register, and once you log in, they check that information, and then they make sure, okay, the right person is using the right email ID and the password. Then they only let you log in. So these kind of databases they used. And the reason we need Apache, MySQL, and PHP, because they all are free, so you don't have to pay even a single buck for it. And guys, there's a very good site that is Wamp. You can see out here, www.wampserver.com. What they did is they made an entire package of MySQL, PHP, and Apache. So you guys don't have to download them individually, and then you guys don't have to, sort them in the right order to use it. They already did that for you, so you can just download it from their site, and then it will show you whether you want to download the WAMP server for the 32 bits or for the 64 bits according to your system compatibility. And if you guys are on Mac, then there is something called MAP, because the M stands for Mac, A for Apache, M for MySQL, and P for PHP, Python, or Perl. These all are the server-side languages. So you guys can download it from here. And for now, I'm not gonna download it because I already have it on my system, and I cannot, like, uninstall that because some of my earlier projects are already running on that. So you guys can download it from here. You will get an exe file on your system, okay? And then you can use that exe file in order to extract everything. And that is the reason, guys, I got some of the screen shots from the web in order to show you guys how to like install the Wamp server. So I just made a very little video out here on the Windows Movie Maker to show you guys how to install Wamp. So once you will download the exe file, just go double click the exe file, okay, and then you will start seeing something like this. Obviously not this like Wamp slideshow, but you will get this screen. Okay, it will say welcome to Wamp server 5 or whatever version you are installing. It depends when you are watching this video or when you are installing it. And they are saying it is recommended to close all other applications before continuing, and that is something you guys have to like very much understand, or you guys have to worry about that. If they are saying, then you will have to close all other applications, then click on next. Once you will click on next, it will take you to the another window, and that would be this. It will ask you where to install the Wamp server. Guys, I will suggest you to look for a drive which have a lot of free space, because all our projects, all our websites would be dealing with that particular drive. We are not developing anything out of that drive that needs to be in the same drive. Okay, so look for a drive which have got a lot of space. If you guys don't have any drive, then try to just free some space for the Wamp server. Once you will go further, then you can from here you can select the drive, the folder where you want to install, then hit next. It will show you the name, from which name you want to install that. You can leave it to default Wamp server, or if you want to use anything else, you can do it, hardly matters. Okay, it will show you this. It shows Wamp server, then it will give you this other screen that will ask you whether you want to launch the Wamp server automatically. The time they will get finished, do you want to launch it? You can say yes for now, that's pretty fine, or if you want, you can untick that. And yes guys, notice one thing more. These screen shots are not from now, they are from way back. So it might can happen one or two windows can differ from what you are seeing right now. So don't panic, just read the instructions which they have and then try to follow it. Otherwise, I'm trying my best in order to make you guys understand how to go step by step. Once you will click on this auto start, it will show you the next screen, and that shows the settings that you have selected earlier. So just read whether you want it in the C drive, the Wamp, then you want the folder name to Wamp server. If all these things matches to the one you selected before, just hit install. Otherwise, just go back and change it again. It's not a big deal. Okay, so if it's fine, hit install out here on the bottom. Then it will show you to choose the default directory. I think you will not see if you are installing this as of today, because they already choosing it by themselves, or they will give you an option to make a new folder. I suggest you to go with www. Don't make a new folder, just check to the one which they have. Then it will ask you for a SMTP server, or might be for a host. Okay, so just leave it to the local host. Do not change even a single word. Let it to be whatever it is. And then it will ask you for your email ID. And just a minute. Okay, now enter the default email ID to be used by PHP to send mails. Leave it to default. Do not use it, because we are not sending any emails on the local servers. This is something related to the hosting company's issues. So don't touch the email address field and don't touch the local host. Leave them to default. Okay, and after that you can hit next. Once you will hit next, they will show you this: Firefox has been detected on your computer. Would you like to use it as a default browser with Wamp 5? And guys, you can say yes, because they do understand how useful it is to have a Firefox. Firefox is, I believe, 90% of developers stuff. So you can hit yes, or if you don't want to hit, all depends upon you. And then little animations done by my friend. See, presented by me. So I think that's all with the installation of Wamp server. If you guys face any problem, just go to their site. They have got this presentations, they have the forums and a lot of stuff. Still you guys don't get it, don't worry, just leave some comments. I'm really gonna help you out with that. So goodbye, and in our next series we would be dealing with PHP. Bye bye.